Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Jacqueline, the Spicy Spectrum Sage, back after a little bit of an absence for the last couple of weeks because I have been enjoying my son's return to school in the Summer Rising program, which allows him to be active and engaged from early in the morning until mid afternoon, early evening when I go pick him up, and then we spend the rest of the couple of 3 or 4 hours before bedtime enjoying each other and getting our relationship back more connected. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit. I guess it's more of a gripe or a vent post because I just got a call from the agency that is helping me get out of this situation and get into my apartment. I signed the lease on a new apartment in May for a start date in July. But as they told me when I was going through the process, don't get too hung up on the timing of everything because there are different agencies that have to go through. One of the things about me that I don't think a lot of people really realize is that I am service staff. Like, that's how I came up. I was a waitress for about 10 years. I was an educator for 15 years. I am always the person that is behind the scenes. I am customer support. I am your peons. So that means that I also talk to the people that are behind the scenes in all these systems. So I know that a lot of the political stuff that has been going on has been jamming up a lot of the systems that were already bloated, bureaucratic, what do you call it? Where they are trying to, job security, where they just kind of pass the tasks along instead of being efficient and getting it finished and getting it done. So I found myself submitting the same document 3 times, worded differently, saying the same thing because I feel at the core of it, they don't think I deserve the apartment. They don't want me to have it, and they want to figure out some way where I shouldn't get it. But that's not on them. That's on the universe. That's on God. That's on me. That's on my life. They have no say in it. But there's also so many other realities that go along with being a part of the system that you would not understand unless you're in the system yourself. For example, I work online as a tutor. I teach English to students in Turkey, Saudi Arabia, China, Japan, Korea. I think those are the last batch. Oh, Vietnam. Yeah, I like that girl. But I have students from all over the world. I can't work in a shelter when they throttle the internet. Like, the internet cuts off sometimes or it slows down sometimes and I can't get on the platform. So then I don't get to work. My son is in the same room with me. He is a very disruptive force. I don't even try to work when he's home because his autism is the kind where he has to be like almost up my butt. And I would be very frustrated, and I myself would burn out if I was trying to accomplish things and trying to give him the attention that he always seems to need. So if he has a holiday, can't work during a holiday. If he's sick, can't send him to school, so can't work while he's sick. All of these things kind of chip away at my earning potential because it chips away at my consistency. And then I have people saying, well, you didn't make enough money or you're not working enough. And it's like, you're putting in applications, you're doing the interviews, you're doing the work, you're making the product, the content. Like, I'm also a grant writer. Just because I don't have a client doesn't mean I'm not writing grants for myself and grants for my son and helping other people come up with funding strategies to live their lives. It's just everything is like walking against the wind. It's not that I can't do these things, it's that I'm just very gently being pushed backwards at every step that I'm taking. And then being punished for it. And it's like everybody knows, everybody's always known. It's just the gaslighting gets a bit much sometimes. So that's where I am right now. I am also kind of okay being here. Like, we're halfway between we're actually downtown Brooklyn. Like, I can walk downtown in about 15 minutes. I can see the high rises outside the window. It's a very posh neighborhood. It's very nice. There are perks to being in the shelter system. Like, there's no kitchen here, so I can't cook food, so they have to feed us because you can't just have people someplace and have them starve. Even though a lot of the rhetoric that you get online would have to have you believe that that is something that we should be doing because I don't know. There's a huge empathy problem going on in the world, so I'm actively choosing not to engage with that element as much as I don't have to. What is it? My sister said, Delulu is the Salulu. And then one of my friends on Facebook said that it's only Delulu until it's Trululu. And I like both of those because at this juncture in my life, um, I honestly think that everything is a self fulfilling prophecy. Like, whatever you want to happen, you're either going to go after those outcomes or you're going to be the person making the situations that make those outcomes happen. And that's pretty much how I am right now. I am very self directed. I know what I want out of life, which isn't actually a lot, which is a little bit depressing in and of itself. Like, I sat here and I took stock. What do I want to make myself happy? I mostly have it. I live in New York City. My son is getting services to make him a more well rounded and human person instead of the nonverbal Tasmanian devil that I brought with me back from South Korea. Um, I want to help people. I figured out a way to help people. I'm waiting for people to ask for my help, need my help, take my help. I'm active in my social media groups. I'm not super lonely as far as friends go. Like, I have a couple of people that I can hit them up for a good boost. Like, I know you, you know me, we talk, it feels good to talk. Um, when I try to make new friends, everybody seems to have the same kind of mission. Like, everybody is looking for someone to love and accept them. And how many of these people are loving and accepting the people that they're looking for? Like, you want me to be an active listener. You want me to listen to you talk, 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 talk. And I just feel so hurt right now. And you don't realize that you cut me off. You don't realize that you overtalked me. You don't realize that you ignored what I had to say. You don't realize that you let me know the three things that I'm interested in talking about. You have absolutely no interest in whatsoever. And at 45, I don't have the interest in that anymore. Like, I've been feeling a certain kind of way since Thanksgiving, actually. Like, my favorite cousin is about 4 or 5 years younger than I am. We didn't grow up together because he's a northern raised guy and I was raised in North Carolina, and we only saw each other sporadically when somebody got married or someone died or we traveled back and forth. But he was always the closest family member that I felt was simpatico to me, or at least that's what I had him idealized growing up. When we were in our 20s, we had the best time. Like, we went all over New Haven, we went all over Waterbury. We just had adventures and activities, and we bonded. And then we grew apart for various reasons, mostly political, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I do not agree with his politics in any way, shape, or form, but I don't argue with people about how they feel about the world because that's their life. But what happened in at Thanksgiving is we were talking and he was telling me about some of the hobbies and interests that he was into, and he was all lit up and he was so excited. And I had this flash of being 10 years younger and how I would have shared his interests and gotten more information and shown more connection seeking for his thing, because in the past I was hoping that they would meet me later. Like, oh, if I do these things that you like to do and I show this interest in what you're interested in, you'll reciprocate that interest and you'll give it back to me. And they don't. People don't. They just, if you give them their input all the time, they will never give you your input. They will never reciprocate because you trained them that way. You raised them to be that way. And I basically spent 40 something years training everyone to expect me to be the big gesture in all of my relationships, or most of my relationships. So I've got it whittled down to about 2 or 3 family members and about 3 or 4 actual friends, and then a sprinkling of acquaintances that are either grandfathered in because I've known them so long that there's no point in being having any kind of judgment about them one way or the other, or are people that do something that I like to do, like a facet friend, facet here or facet there. Like, we like the same kind of fiction, or we like the same kind of movies, or we like the same kind of books, and I will only talk to them about that facet or so. So I am very much alone at this stage in my life, but I am very, it's always, I mean, it's the same. I've never changed. I've never wanted just a bunch of people. I always wanted kin. And I think as a late diagnosed autistic adult, I'm starting to realize there is no kin for me. What I thought was kin was just me trying to latch on to other people and them accepting the latch on, but never being in a position to reciprocate and give it back to me. And that's kind of sad and it's kind of a bummer, but I swear to freaking God, being 40 is one of the most liberating things because I just came off my period and I don't have any more fucks. They burned it out for about a week and a half in PMS and perimenopause bullshit. And I think Mercury is in retrograde again because she's always twirling one way or the other. And all of that just kind of burns down my ability to give a crap. Like, I honestly am the living embodiment of that Simpsons meme where Bart's crying and it's like the first time you realize you're gonna be alone and he's just sobbing, and then Miss Krabappel's there with a cigarette like tell me something new. Because after a while, like, how many times am I going to go through the process of I've moved to a new place, I don't have any friends here, I remember the people that I used to know, now I'm making friends, now I'm going to move again for whatever reason, because that's what happens when you're freaking nomadic. You don't stay in one place. So yeah, I know this is all over the board, but welcome to my brain. It's all over the place. I am still in a homeless shelter. I should be leaving. I feel like it's happening any day now. Like, I literally scrubbed the cat pee smell out of my suitcase. Thanks, Waterbury family. Your cats did it. But I scraped the cat pee smell out of my suitcase because I'm like, it's time to start packing. Because when they tell me that I got the keys, when they tell me it's time to go, I feel like it's going to be like, get out. Are you ready? And I'm a bit of a hoarder. And even though I do not stay places longer than a year or two, I still amass a bunch of crap in those time frames. So hoarding is just natural to me, and I've done it again. So yeah, the next couple of days are going to be me thinning out all the papers, all the books, all the resources, all the crap that has accumulated across for me. But yeah, long story short, the systems are designed to chip away at people, and even the people that work the systems pretend like they don't know what's going on. So you have this whole thing where you know you're being screwed with. The people who are screwing with you know that they're screwing with you, but the people who are liaisoning act like they have no idea what's going on and they're just trying to help you do the best that you. I don't know. It's just it's very 3D oriented, and I'm very much not trying to be sucked into the 3D. Like, I already said, this is my apartment. I already said, this is my life. I already said, this is what I'm going to do to maintain it. This is what I'm going to do to earn it. This is what I'm going to do once I get it. Like, I cannot be any clearer than I have been, and I cannot be any more stressed than I was 2 weeks ago when my ovary was on fire and telling me to jump out of a building. So, yeah, that's it, I guess. I have no other summarizing points. The system is dog shit on purpose. On purpose, which is why I'm not actually that mad about it. Like, these are design. These are features, not bugs. And I think the faster we realize that, the faster we'll get better at like handling it and believing people who are struggling through it, because these are not I'm not a weak character to be by any stretch of the imagination. If you knew half the things that I've been able to accomplish in my life, you would be astounded. It just isn't, what do you call it? It's not tangible. It's not a flashy car. It's not a big house. It's not designer clothes, because I literally don't give a flying shit about any of that stuff, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe it's because I was a pothead and I don't know. I didn't get the materialistic streak. I got the performance streak. I want to see the shows. I want to see the art. I want to read the books. I want to go and talk to people, talk about the cool things they do. I don't really care about flashing money to prove to other people how successful I am and still be miserable inside, because y'all are not smiling in the streets. I mean, I know this is an off tangent, but people are not freaking happy considering y'all are the ones that are doing things the right way. Like, I don't get it. But to each their own. I am going to get out of here. I am midway through my Wednesday, and I'm going to wrap it up, enjoy a movie, and then go pick up my baby and spend some time with him. So I will start getting into the autism related questions and answers and things like that. I just kind of wanted to get this vent off my chest because I got kicked out for a fire alarm. Smoke detector, a smoke detector that apparently can smell the weed in my sock drawer even though I'm not smoking it, which is suspicious in and of itself. So I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. I'm trying to do these at least once a week, even though I think I missed last week. So I'll see you next time. Bye.